Good morning, everyone, and happy Friday. Also, happy Halloween. We're happy to have you joining me here at KTTC for another edition of Morning Pulse, your top local headlines for Southeast Minnesota and Northern Iowa. Today, I have 4 news headlines to bring you today. I'll talk a little bit about the weather since it is Halloween, and a lot of people are kind of wondering what the weather is going to be like later today, especially for those trick-or-treaters and any outdoor events or things that you're going to. So we'll get into that at the very end. But first, we're going to start in Northern Iowa with our first Morning Pulse top headline story today. So we are talking about a crash that took place in North Iowa. It actually left one person dead and another person hurt. So this morning, we are still kind of waiting for some additional details in the case, but what we know so far is that this happened just after 2 Thursday afternoon at the intersection of Highway 52 and Town Line Road near Decorah. This is in Winneshiek County. So according to the Iowa State Patrol, a southbound driver on Highway 52 ran through a stop sign at that intersection, hitting another driver on the driver's side, or hitting another car, I guess you should say. Troopers are not releasing the names of anyone involved right now, but as soon as we do get updates from the State Patrol, we'll be sure to share that information with you on air and online. All right, our second story today for Morning Pulse, we are talking about bracing for another round of winter weather, and that means the city of Rochester will be asking residents to once again follow those seasonal parking guidelines. This starts tomorrow, November 1st, Saturday. So just a quick reminder about how this works and what it entails. That means vehicles must be parked on the side of the street with even house numbers when the calendar date is even. And then drivers, same thing, vice versa. On the other side, you park on the odd house-numbered side of the road when the calendar date is odd. So again, this starts tomorrow, November 1st, on Saturday. 1 is an odd number, so you're going to want to park on the side of the road where odd house numbers are, just for reference. The guidelines will be in place from 2 a.m. until 3 p.m. every day through April 1st. City officials really just say that this helps to allow the plows remove snow from the roads faster and more efficiently. The requirements do apply regardless of any weather or whatever the street conditions are. Again, this is every day from November 1st, which is tomorrow, through April 1st, which is next year. All right, our next story this morning, we are talking about something happening today at Oxbow Park. The Olmsted County Parks Department has a special archery deer hunt happening there for disabled American veterans. So this will run today through November 30th. According to Olmsted County, this hunt helps to control the deer population at kind of a higher level while also giving back to veterans for their service. So Oxbow Park, if you're wondering, will remain open during this hunt for anyone else who may not be participating. But the state bow hunting season does run through December, the end of December. So just to differentiate, these are 2 different kind of hunts. This is the DAV archery deer hunt, which is starting today through Olmsted County over at Oxbow Park. The state deer hunting bow season runs through the end of December, end of the year. And finally, our last story this morning, telling you about something that's happening this weekend. You are invited to help celebrate Spring Grove's Nordic heritage. People are going to be gathering to mark the community's official recognition as Minnesota's first Norwegian settlement, which is pretty cool. So the celebration kicks off at the Giants of the Earth Heritage Center at 2 p.m. Again, this is tomorrow. A commemorative group photo will also be happening at 2:30, and some of the other events happening at this event include a film premiere and a social hour. So kind of fun, kind of cool. The recognition from the state of Minnesota comes as this is actually the year that marks the 200th anniversary of the first organized emigration from Norway to America. So this is just a cool thing that we wanted to keep you up to date on. We know that the Nordic culture and heritage here in southern Minnesota is big, and we just wanted to recognize that this is happening tomorrow in Spring Grove. So keep that in mind if you're looking for something to do tomorrow. Other than that, the weather department, obviously today is Halloween, and a lot of people are wondering what's the weather going to be like for trick-or-treating and any maybe things that you're going to, any costume parties or things like that. We are going to be seeing a pretty gray day, which is typical for A, October, and B, Halloween, it seems. And because it's October, it's going to be a little chilly, but the thing that we're kind of watching the most is the rain. So it's not going to be a complete washout by any means, but you are going to be seeing spotty showers basically throughout the whole day. So you may need an extra layer with your costume, or if you're going out trick-or-treating or anything, an extra layer would be nice. That extra layer might need to also be some sort of rain gear, so an umbrella or a raincoat of some sort, maybe rain boots. Maybe that fits in with your costume on this Halloween, I don't know. But you do want to keep that in mind for anyone that is going to be outside kind of during those evening hours, partaking in getting all the treats, all the sweet treats for Halloween. So other than that, the next week we are looking at upper 50s, mid to upper 50s for the rest of the week, which is going to be really nice, and some sunshine. So something to look forward to for next week. All right, those are all the news and weather headlines that I have for you on this Finally Friday. Happy Halloween to all that celebrate, and have a fun and safe night tonight. And make sure you don't eat too much candy to where you're sick tomorrow. All right, I will see you guys later. Bye.